Good morning, everyone. It's Calvin Rodriguez here, back with another big custom model segment today. Today, we're going to be looking at some modified engines and some new things. So let me start off with the modification engines. So here we have Jessie, the saddle tank engine, who is possibly going to be one of Percy's siblings, or she's going to be a friend of Percy. So you may know I've had Jessie for almost a year. So this is how she looks. Well, the only thing that's new about her is that she has a new face. So this face was taken from the engine that is going to look like Barry, the rescue engine. But I gave it a new face, which is a Thomas Wood Thomas face that came from the birthday cake Thomas, which I had the face swapped out for a different Percy model. But yeah, anyways, Jessie's had a new face, and in case you guys may have forgotten, she wears lipstick on her mouth. So yeah, I changed the paper face to a, physical face, instead of a paper one. But yeah, there's Jessie. I hope you guys like the new face. She's gonna have more expressions in the near future. I got rid of her other faces, but I'll get her more eventually. Alright then, now let's take a look at Eric. So you may remember last time I modified him, he had the number 2 painted right there, but now he has it on his bunker instead, and he has the letters TSFC. So I'll tell you what it stands for. I was originally going to tell you guys what it says in the comments, but since COPPA has taken my comments away from me, I suppose I can't answer them in the comments. So I'm just going to tell you right now. So the TSFC stands for the Sodor Fantastic Crew. So yeah, that's what it stands for, the Sodor Fantastic Crew. So a few more engines are going to have these letters put on them. And of course he has the number 2 back there, because that was his old number from his old home. Like where he used to work in a colliery before he came to Sodor. So yeah, Eric's still the same, he just has the Sodor Fantastic Crew letters put on him. So yeah, there's Eric. And now let's move on to Kate from the Stories of Sodor. So the only thing I did to Kate was I basically put her lady name on the side. So yeah, I basically did that to her. Yeah, Kate looks the same. And I do plan to make Kimmy, Fiona, and May, as well as get a new lady model. Yeah, for now, this is Kate. Yeah, there's Kate from the Stories of Sodor. Alright, guys, now let's take a look at the newbies. So let's start off with this one first. This one should look really familiar to you guys. So this is Peter from the Stories of Sodor as well as a few other series. So yeah, Peter was made from the only Henry model I had. So yeah, this was originally Croven's model, but I'm going to get a Gordon model instead to make it look more like Croven, because Croven has like this flat end, not like this square shape that Henry has. So yeah, so I made it into Peter instead. So yeah, there's Peter's face. I printed it out, and there's some clay stuck behind it in case you guys can't see. And he's the number 15 of the crew. And you may remember Peter was introduced in the Really Useful Crew movie, but he was introduced in a few other videos. But yeah, Peter is an engine of the Really Useful Crew movie. So yeah, he's part of that. And yeah, so I made him out of his old Henry model that I had. Now, about the tender. So the tender is a Hero Sticky Spill tender, but if you may see, there's some foam tape underneath it, because this chassis came from Lucy, because I plan to get a new Lucy chassis. Because Lucy, he was there for a little while, but don't worry, she'll be returning soon when I get a new chassis. But yeah, this is Peter's tender. So yeah, Peter's now in the crew. And don't worry, like I said, I'll be getting a new tender chassis for Lucy. Anyways, I'll put Peter up there. Okay, come on. Easy. There we go. Now let's bring in this engine now. So this engine is obviously familiar. It's Casey Jr. from the Disney movie Dumbo. So yeah, Casey Jr.'s here. This is Popular Paxton's custom of Casey Jr., so I based it off of his, basically. So yeah, Casey Jr. is painted dark blue. He's got red on his cab everywhere. His dome is yellow on top. The bottom half is blue. He's got buffer beams on his front. And he has this little hat up there, like his engineer hat with a light on it. So it's like a headlight, basically. And his tender has the number 41, because that's his number, and he has back buffer beams there too. Yeah, and I repainted the coal too. So he was made from a Thomas Wood James that was fully painted. So yeah, the chassis's black. Alright, now let's bring in this new item. So this is something I got for Christmas, basically. So I got this for Christmas. This is a Thomas Wood Young Bow that I got for Christmas. So yeah, the only thing I did to it while I still had it, I just modified the buffers a little bit. Like I added some the black buffers and a coupling hook there. But yeah, it still looks the same overall. And I added back buffers to the tender. I don't know if I'll add a tail lamp, but I maybe will. But yeah, there's my Thomas Wood Young Bow that I got for Christmas. Alright, now here's the next engine. So this engine is another thing I got for Christmas. So it's a Thomas Wood Charlie, made into the unnamed white tank engine from Medieval Misadventure Season 3, the Superstation Showdown. So yeah, this was a fully painted Wood Charlie. So, yes. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, he's painted white. There's black along here. The side rods were added. I added the squares and rectangles on the sides. The back lining, the back buffers and the front buffers. I put the clay dome, since the wood engines don't have domes. Which I find a little bit ridiculous, but maybe they should have domes added. But then I put FR for Furnace Railway, because he's from the Furnace Railway, and the Furnace Railway engines are starting to hate the Sodor Railway engines. So yeah, there's that new villain engine. Now let's bring in this engine. So this looks familiar. This is Eagle. Oh, but wait. It's not the original Eagle, because the original Eagle is right here. So yes, this is Eagle 1, this is the first Eagle I got, then this is Eagle 2. So yeah, you may remember in Train Boy 9705 series, they created an Eagle in 1912 or 1913 to be the Wellsworth and Surrey Railway and is number 5. But they created 4 other engines that look just like Eagle. So this is one of them. This is Eagle 2. So yeah, I did the same thing for what I did to the first Eagle. I painted the wheels red, I put the black stripes on his boiler, I added the buffers and the white running board, and I put no number on the tender. Like, I painted over the number 5, and yeah. It doesn't say Eagle's tender on the bottom like Eagle 1 over there did, and it doesn't have anything on the bottom underneath this Eagle. Although I do need a name for this Eagle for when he's not going to be referred to as Eagle 2 anymore. So you may remember in Train Boy 9705 series that Eagle 2, who was going to get fired up, but he failed, then he was left in a field to rot. And then they fired up Eagle 3. So yeah, Eagle 1 was destroyed by a fuel tanker that Henry crashed into, which is based on the episode The Flying Kipper, where Henry was taking his Flying Kipper train, and yeah, he was diverted into an old siding where a goods train was waiting, and Eagle was one of the engines from Train Boy 9705 series, although in the actual TV series, we never actually saw who was at the front of the train. Some people use Eagle. I saw one person use Colin. Some people even use James, for that matter. Yeah, they basically, like, use James. Like, Thomas 1, Edward 2, and Henry 3 used James for his remake, I think. But yeah, there's Eagle 2. I do plan to make Eagle 3, Eagle 4, and Eagle 5. They will later receive their new names. Like, I'm thinking Eagle 1 is probably just going to stay Eagle. Eagle 2 is going to have a different name. Maybe he'll be referred to as the Red Engine, or he'll have a different name. Eagle 3 will still have a different name, but then Eagle 4 and Eagle 5 will have the names Winston and Red Max. So yeah, that's basically my plan, my upcoming plan. So I want to hear what you guys think. So COPPA, if you're watching this, please don't take off my comments. You know others don't like it, exactly. Yeah, you basically are like ruining some people's lives, including mine, because you've taken off a lot of comments on my videos. So I don't really like that. I'm sure no one else likes it, so please think twice before maybe trying to ruin someone else's life or something, if you understand. Now this engine is a private engine owned by another YouTuber. So he's painted green, he has black wheels, the red trim on the sides. He has the number 56, which I taped on. His back lining is dark blue, as well as his other lining, including his boiler stripes. And then his nameplate is on the back of him, so yeah. This is the OC of Furby, the E2 tank engine. So yeah, you may remember in the live stream video I made recently, like a few weeks or months ago, is that I requested from Furby if I can make his characters, and he told me that was okay. So yeah, he only trusts me. I'll show you what he said in a minute. But yeah, anyways, there's Furby's face. So yeah, Furby has like a small red dot on the top of his eye, but I don't think you guys can see it. His eyes look purple because I couldn't really find a head-on face for him that was more accurate. So I decided to give him this face, but I'll get his normal face soon where he's looking straight ahead. But yeah, and he has this blue thing on the side of his face. His eye is still there, if you can briefly see it. Like he's looking this way, so I can see his eye. And he has this little thing on his cheek. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a rainbow circle with a paw print on it. I think that's what it is. Yeah, anyways, Furby told me that he only trusts me to use his OCs. So yeah, I'm gonna make the rest of his characters. And of course I put Furby's name on the bottom in green because it's his color. But yeah, like I said, Furby only trusts me. Just me. I'll show you guys. Here's the evidence to prove it. So yeah, this is what he said to me. So yeah, he only trusts me, you guys. So yeah, that's what Furby told me. But if you guys do want to make his characters, simply request it from him. But if he says no, just don't let it bother you. Just simply move on, find a different character to make, and don't let what he said bother you. If he says no, just don't let it bother you. Just simply let it go and move on. Like, find a different character to make. Like, maybe come up with your own character, or ask someone else if you can make their character, or something. I mean, I am gonna request from Nick and Fuzzbuzz16 if I can make their characters, but the same thing will apply for what I just said for Furby's OC. See, he only trusts me, just me, but request it from him first, before you even think about trying to make his characters. But if he says no, just don't let it bother you, like I said. Just simply find a different character to make or make your own OC. But you guys can definitely use my OCs. They're not private or anything. Yeah, my OCs are not private, so you guys can make my OCs whenever you want. Just simply make them, and you can just credit me. That's all you need to do. Ooh, but wait, what happened here? Ooh, there are rocks on the superstation. I guess you can say it's a really dumper mystery. Alright, enough chit-chat and funny business. Let's move on. So these two are familiar. So here we have Topple and Tumble. So yeah, I got the Thomas and Friends Freight set that comes with these two. So the unnamed white tank engine was the Charlie I got it from. So I basically have the set. So yeah, Topple and Tumble are right here. So yeah, I got the set. I'll show you the set in just a few minutes after we're done here. But yeah, anyways, there's Topple and Tumble. Glad to have them on the team now. Okay, let's move on to the last few customs. So this first one is a little familiar. So it's Scaredy's brother, Black Licorice. So yeah, I bought an Erdl tanker, took off the chassis. I had the Mini's gator face ready already. So yeah, this chassis came from Cooper, because I'm going to get different chassis for those two, probably. Like either these type of chassis or the Mattel chassis, because those chassis look a little different compared to these. Like they look slightly modified or something. Yeah, they kind of look a little different compared to these chassis. But yeah, anyways, I took an Erdl tanker. I put the face on with some clay behind it, but I probably will get the physical face for Black Licorice. I don't know yet, but I probably will soon. Yeah, there's Black Licorice. That's the reason why I have Wesley and the two silly vans here. That's one reason why I have them. But let me move Black Licorice into the shed here. Oh, and by the way, Furby was made from a Birthday Thomas. Yeah, that's what he was made from. Now, let's bring in the next truck. Now, it's the Birthday Boxcar, which has a rickety face put onto it. And you may obviously know who this is. Yep, it's Nathan. So yeah, Nathan is here now. So I pretty much have Black Licorice's whole former gang. So yeah, you're about to find out who else is here from this gang. Now let's bring in this tanker now. So this is another Erdl tanker on a Wooden chassis, which is a Timid Milk tanker. And this gator face is Killer Croc's face, but with added eyelashes. So you all will know who this is. Yep, it's Raven, Scaredy's long-lost sister. So I just need to make Jamie and Tara now, then we'll have Scaredy's full long-lost family. But yeah, so her chassis came from Crosby, because like I said, I'm going to give those two different chassis. But yeah, there's Raven, the Timid Milk tanker, who got out of train heaven with Scaredy, her long-lost brother. Can we move her into the shed with the other silly van? Alright guys, we got 5 more trucks to go. So here's the next one. So this is Lena, the boxcar from the Forest Kingdom. So yeah, I have Lena completed now. Her body's made of Legos, if you remember. And of course I printed out her face, obviously. I got all the details, like her fireworks and her logo. So yeah, she's a boxcar that carries fireworks. Now, I did use foam tape to stick this on, but her chassis came from the recycling bin car, because I bought more recycling cars off of eBay. You're about to find out what the truck's been made into. But yeah, there's Lena. So, I will get a new chassis for the garbage truck, the one that swings around, that moves around basically. Like the garbage car after the green truck with a face. Now let's bring in this truck here. So this truck was made from the recycling car. So my dad took the face off, and I repainted it gray and gave it a silly face. It's basically Chump's face, but it's mainly a face from the TV series. But yeah, I gave it this face. And I was originally just thinking this truck was going to be unnamed at first. Like, basically, he was going to be a truck from Sodor. He was going to be part of Scruffy's gang. But I later decided to give him a name. So his name is Dice. In case you don't know how to spell it, that's D-I-C-E. Dice. Yeah, that's his name. He's named after Dice from this Nickelodeon series called Sam and Cat. So yeah, it's basically on Netflix, guys. So if you guys have watched Sam and Cat, it's on Netflix. It's similar to iCarly. So yeah, Sam basically went to Los Angeles after Carly moved away. Okay. Yeah, that's what happened in the show. And yeah, we did see what happened to the other actors on YouTube. Now, here's the truck that was made from the rickety model. So yeah, it's Ralph. So yeah, Ralph is here. So Ralph was a truck from Train Heaven, who was a transformed Train Heaven creature, which was a walkie-talkie banana, which I found funny. But yeah, later on, we found out there was a real Ralph and Nathan from the Living World. So yeah, that goes for Nathan back there. So yeah, there was a real Ralph and Nathan from the Living World. And they both look and act like the same Ralph and Nathan from the 4th Truck movie, as well as Welcome to Train Heaven. So yeah, I painted the model gray, put Ralph's name on the bottom, and I painted the face on. So yeah, it looks pretty good now. I gave him the black lines, too. Alright, we have 2 more trucks left. So here's the next one. And it's a truck with a Shapeways face. So yeah. This is a smug, devious face. So yeah, I bought 2 faces from Shapeways. Yeah, I finally ordered 2 Shapeway faces. And you all know who this is. Yep, it's Komodo. One of Black Licorice's henchmen. So yeah, I basically got the face from Shapeways and painted it. So yeah, Komodo's here now. We just have one more truck. So here, he's the last good truck from Train Heaven. So yeah, this is a purple truck who was gone for a little while, but now he's back. So let me turn around and show the face here. So yeah, it's Tex, you guys. Tex is finally back. After like 2 to 3 months, he's finally back. So yeah, Tex does still face backwards, in case you've forgotten. And he has a smug, devious face. I did the best I could with the mouth and the eyes, as well as the eyebrows, but I still think the face looks pretty good. But yeah, Tex is back. So yeah, I finally have some trucks come back. Getting a little tongue twist. But yeah, Tex is back. Now we just have like 3 more trucks who need Shapeway faces, who are the main trucks that used to be from Train Heaven, and 1 that was an international truck. So yeah, there's everything I need to show. But remember what I told you about Furby's OCs, guys. Just remember what I told you. You must request, but if he says no, don't let it bother you. Simply leave it at that. Now, some upcoming characters I'm going to make. One of them comes from a different YouTuber. Let me look his name up and see who he is. Alright, so one of these upcoming characters comes from the YouTuber Iron Clouds in Steam. So yeah, I asked him if I could make 2 of his characters, and he said I could if I wanted to, and I do want to. I told him a story plot I had for the 2 characters. So those 2 engines' names were Connor, the E2, who has a scar across his eye, and he has Edward's face, and he's painted green and has his nameplate and the NWR. And another engine is a J94, who was Connor's girlfriend. Her name was Marion. So yeah, I plan to make those 2 for the Really Useful Crew movie. Like, Marion is going to be in Train Heaven with Percy, and Connor will be somewhere in the living world, but he will later join Percy's new gang of engines. And speaking of engines, I need your guys' help. So yeah, I've come up with a few story plots already. So yeah, it's basically on these engines. Oh wait, before I continue, the face that came from the birthday Thomas is right here, so it will be one of Lenny's expressions now. But anyways, let's get back to the topic. So yeah, these engines here will probably be engines from Train Heaven, or do you guys want me to switch their plots around? You tell me. So yeah, I need your guys' help to decide who should be in Train Heaven or who should not be in Train Heaven. Like, these main 6 here were going to be in Train Heaven, but I need your guys' opinions first. These 2 over here, Jack Frost and Brett, they're international engines. So yeah, they're international engines, but I don't know these guys here in this long line should be from Train Heaven. I know these 2 are going to be villains from Train Heaven. These are Timothy's henchmen. This one, Keith, he'll be added to the Really Useful Crew movie soon. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. Oh, and by the way, here's the Thomas Wood Freight set. So yeah, the set's all here, like with the Steamworks crate piece, the other piece. I added a few cargoes here, because this will probably be a cargo yard at a later time. Here's the 3-way switch. Here's -2 with some of the villains from Train Heaven. Alright. So yeah, I need your guys' information. And by the way, guys, we must find a way to stop COPPA, because COPPA's already taken some of my comments away, and I don't like it. So either COPPA decides to leave YouTube alone and simply let it go back to the way it was, or we have to take action ourselves. Because they took away my comments, and it's already starting to frustrate me. So yeah, I need your guys' help. We all need to team up together and find a way to stop COPPA. Like Bradley said, he said, COPPA must be stopped, no matter the cost. I'm trying to sound like him a little bit. Yeah, speaking of Bradley, he told me I can make his 2 main OCs as well as the Transformer engines. So his 2 main OCs are Louie, the Jazzed engine, and himself, Brad. So Brad is painted green. He's James's shape. He has Thomas's face and the number 16. So yeah, that's his main OC I'm going to focus on too. As well as his other one, which is Louis. I think Louis either light blue or ocean or sky blue. I don't know. I have to ask him. But yeah, he has 2 main OCs. And yeah, I'm going to like make those 2, as well as his Transformer engines like Victorion, Alita Infinite, Defensor, Moonracer, and RC, obviously. And well, yeah, the City Speaker engine, who we must all know. So yeah, they come from Bradley, the Burton, or something. That's how you say it. Yeah, it's Bradley Thomas Burton, and if you don't know how to spell it, that's Burden. So yeah, that's how you spell it. So yeah, I'm gonna make those Transformer engines too, but it could take some time. But the next engine or truck I'm going to aim for is one of Steven Universe's truck engines. Whoops, I got tongue twisted there for a minute. Yeah, his OC is a red black 5, whose name is Lisa, and she's one of Henry's sisters. So yeah, that's the main character I'm going to aim for next. Yeah, Lisa, the black 5 engine. Now, someone requested to me about a year ago to make this saddle tank engine who's painted pink and has the name Lisa. And the person didn't tell me what face she has, so I'm going to go ahead and give her my random old face. So yeah, that person requested I make Lisa the saddle tank engine. So I don't know who that is, but I'll just tell him, just do what he told me. Like, he said the Percy was painted pink, and well, yeah, it was painted pink, that's all I know. But yeah, that's my future plan, guys. Yeah, there's my future plan. And I'm going to request, again, from when Nick and Fuzz16, as well as a few other YouTubers who are on Discord with them, if I can make their characters. Dang it. I really don't like to get tongue twisted a lot, guys. But yeah, I'm going to request from them. So yeah, and I'll show them the way I said this video about Furby. So yeah, that's my plan. Remember, guys, like I said, Furby as well as Nick, Fuzz16, and their Discord friends' OCs are private. So you need to request it first. But if they say no, like I said, simply leave it at that. Don't let it bother you. Find different characters to make, or make your own characters. But yeah, their characters are private. But for me, no. You guys can make them whenever you want. Like my characters. Not their characters. Just make my characters only. Because they're not private. So the main characters I have that are not private, which are owned by me, are Lenny, 9, 10, Jack Frost, Brett, and Layla. So yeah, those characters are owned by me, and they're not private, so you guys can make them whenever you want. But yeah, thanks for watching this long video, guys. I want you all to take care, and good luck with COPPA, but they must be stopped. And I don't want COPPA taking any more comments away from me. They've already done enough. Have they not, you guys? We need to figure out a way to get rid of them. But yeah, COPPA just needs to leave us alone. And simply let our lives go back to the way they were. Just simply leave YouTube alone, leave our comments alone, leave our thumbs up or thumbs down comment stuff alone. And yeah, leave our community posts as well. I mean, you guys don't even know what they did to Thomas Tankage in 76. They did what they did to me to him. And I find it very wrong. So yeah, like Bradley said, COPPA must be stopped. But anyways, thanks for watching this long video, guys. I hope you take care and have a good one.